You ever look up and realize your whole life is built around work? Work meetings, work deadlines, work travel. You're doing all that work, you're keeping the bills paid, and you're showing up for everyone else, but you barely even have time to think straight, let alone rest. And somehow you're still behind on the things that actually matter. If you've been telling yourself this is just how life has to be until retirement, it's not. And I know because that used to be me. I had the title, the salary, the benefits, and the burnout. But I used the stock market to quit my job and retire at 47 instead of waiting until 65. It's unfortunate that I had to burn out before I figured out that plan, but I imagine you are where I used to be. So in this video, I'll share my experience to help you make the transition faster than I did. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos, hey girl, hey, my name is Malika. I am a stock market investor and a money coach. I teach Black women how to invest in the stock market so they can build wealth to own their time and live well. So if you are burnt out and you are ready to quit the hustle and grind, go and subscribe to my channel. Hit that button down there, subscribe to my channel, and let's build real wealth together. Now, I want to talk about how I use the stock market to quit my job without worrying about money. And if you watch until the end, I will share the one investment that changed everything for me. But first, sis, I want you to know that you do not have to keep working harder and harder and harder for another 20 years because hard work does not build wealth. And I say that without judgment because I understand where you are. Early in my career, I thought the solution was hard work. Work hard, climb the ladder, earn the promotions, the raises, the bigger bonuses. That was the goal, right? I used to equate income with safety and benefits with security. But after years of working late hours, skipping lunch, taking work home, being late for my daughter's events at her school, and meeting urgent deadline after urgent deadline, your girl tapped out. I couldn't do it anymore. I just could not do it anymore. I began to dread Sunday nights, and I'd wake up with a headache on Monday morning before my day even started. The burnout was real, and it wasn't just physical, it was financial too. I was exhausted and I was stressed, but still financially, I was dependent on the paycheck. So it wasn't much I could do about it, and my options were limited, or so I thought at the time. If any of you watching understand what I'm saying and you've been there, hustling hard and stressed out, you would love my Invest with Ease newsletter. It's where I share my thoughts on balancing your wealth and your wellness, and I send it directly to your inbox every week. You can sign up at moneycoachmalika.com/newsletter. I'll also put the link in the video description. Now, about that paycheck. I saw some of you in the comments. Y'all been asking about my salary. Oh, nosy behinds. I'll just say this. My salary was very, very nice, but not work till you die nice. At the point in my career, a few years before I quit, I had no plan beyond working hard and hoping to retire before the age of 65. So that's all I did. I worked to earn more and more money. I earned the promotions and got the raises and the bonuses so that I can have more money to put away for some phantom day in the future. And like most of you, I was taught that the stock market was for retirement. So I invested in my 401k, and over time, I increased my contributions until I was able to max it out. I thought I was doing everything right, but I still felt stuck. And I realize now in hindsight, I felt stuck because I hadn't learned how to design a life that truly made me happy. I was just doing everything that I was told. Earn a degree, get a job, work hard, buy a house. That's the American dream. That's the success formula, right? With that success formula in mind, I thought if I quit my job, that meant I'd have to sacrifice all the comforts that I'd grown to love, and that I would have to sacrifice everything that I worked so hard for. I'm sure that's what a lot of us high achieving women believe. But the thought of quitting my job, it made me ask myself questions like, without my job, what would I do? Who would I be? How am I gonna pay these bills? In fact, let me ask you, what's your number? Do you know the amount that will let you quit your job or at least cut back your hours without worrying about money? Drop your number in the comments. I want to see what you're thinking. And if you don't know your number, you can book a wealth clarity call with me. If we're a good fit to work together, I'll help you figure out what's possible and I'll help you build your exit plan. You can book it at moneycoachmalika.com/schedule. I'll put the link for that in the video description as well. Honestly, if I had help when I was creating my exit plan, I would have quit 5 years sooner. But let me tell you how I figured out my number to quit. First of all, I stopped asking, how much do I need to retire by 65? And I started asking, how much do I need to maintain my quality of life right now? So I looked at my expenses, and at the time, I had a mortgage, I had utilities, I had food, and transportation. I didn't have any non-mortgage debt, so that helped a lot. I also looked at how much I already had saved and invested, and then I calculated the gap in between those two numbers. And filling that gap became my focus. Once I had that level of clarity, the fear of quitting my job went away. My mind shifted from escaping burnout to aligning my finances with the freedom I really wanted. And the stock market became my new partner in crime. And this is what I help my clients to do. I help my clients get clarity and the peace of mind you need to support elevated financial decisions. When you start making financial decisions to compound your wealth, to expand your portfolio, you need clarity in order to support those decisions. Once I had that level of clarity, I started investing with intention. I wasn't thinking about that 401(k) anymore. That was for retirement. I opened a taxable brokerage account that became the bridge between the burnout I was feeling and being work optional, which is what I really wanted. And building that account gave me breathing room. Even before I quit, I started feeling more at ease because I knew I was building this bridge account and it was going to buy my time back. I didn't do anything high risk or anything reckless. I didn't gamble. I didn't trade meme stocks or invest in any Bitcoin, but I did it with a plan. And the one investment that changed everything for me, as I promised, it was VTSAX. VTSAX. That's a broad-based index fund that spreads your money across the entire stock market. So as a beginner investor, VTSAX gave me peace of mind. I didn't have to stress over the news headlines. I didn't have to stress about what the stock market was doing. When I invested in VTSAX, I didn't have to worry about any of that. And over time, those dividends created a very nice cushion, and it was enough to quit my job without worrying about money. If this video helped you to see what's possible when you invest intentionally, hit that like button and share the video with other Black women who are burnt out and looking for a way out, because I believe we all deserve the freedom to live what we love. And if you've already started building a portfolio to quit your job or retire early, watch this video for terrible investments you should avoid. Until next time, besties, I thank you so much for watching and welcome to all the new besties. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.